This is water, y'all. I wish it was some vodka, but it's too early in the morning to be drinking that shit. Ooh, let's take a shot for Jussie, y'all. Ooh. So listen, I'm sure I just woke my black ass up. Could barely brush my teeth, barely could wash my face. I'm sure y'all heard about what happened. Well, if y'all don't know, then I'll let y'all hoes know. The charges against Jussie Smollett, aka inmate 572-62-37090, they've been dropped. Okay? He ain't gonna have to be called Jennifer. He not gonna be Big Bubba's wife. Listen. I'm not gonna lie. Does the story sound crazy? Yes. But a lot of shit sounds crazy. Like, not to be funny when I say this, but you don't think it sounds crazy that a white woman would call the cops on a black girl selling lemonade and water on the sidewalk? You don't think it sounds crazy that a white boy can go into a church and shoot up some black people and the cops stop him to get something to eat before they take him to jail? I'm just saying, shit like this, sometimes shit does sound crazy, but that doesn't mean that it's not true. Now, baby, I don't know if he called Black Jesus. I don't know what Jussie did or what the white folks he hired did, but whatever they did something right. And whatever the Chicago PD did, they did something wrong. My whole issue with this whole thing from the get-go was I felt like a lot of you guys, and this is what we disagreed a lot on, I felt like y'all felt like I was being naive and dumb and young and dumb, you know. And I felt like y'all wasn't being fair. And y'all were basing it on what you would do. Like, for example, who goes to Subway at 2 o'clock in the morning? The bitch who works at Subway. That's who goes. Like, why are y'all acting like people don't... Like, for example, when I go to Miami, there's a Subway at one of the hotels that I stay at sometimes. Is a Subway right around the corner, open 24 hours. I have walked to that Subway 3 o'clock in the morning getting a Subway sandwich. Now, granted, it was not negative 20, or was it below 20 degrees, negative 20 degrees? It wasn't. But for people to act like people are not out at 2 o'clock in the morning is bullshit. I was just out last night. I didn't make it home until almost 3 o'clock. After I made that video last night about Wendy Williams, I hopped my ass in the shower, tried to make it to the drag show, missed the drag show, had a cocktail, stopped at Whataburger, got me 2 bacon taquitos, and came back home. So this whole thing of who is out at 2 o'clock in the morning, a lot of motherfuckers at 2 o'clock in the morning. I know if I'm out at 2 o'clock in the morning in Houston, Texas, I know people are out at 2 o'clock in the morning in Chicago. It's not unheard of for people to go out in the cold to get something to eat. Y'all act like people cannot function or live in cold places. Y'all don't think people live in cold places? Y'all don't think people know how to function in cold weather? No. We might not know how to function and live in cold weather, but it's other motherfuckers around the world that know how to function and live and go to the store in cold weather. Freezing cold weather. Somebody in the comments told me that the city of Chicago wasn't even shut down that night. So if the city of Chicago wasn't shut down, if the bitch at Subway made it to Subway to get to work, then why is it that nobody else could go out? Clearly it wasn't that bad if the owner or the manager said, girl, yeah, you still gotta come to work. The Nigerian said, so now y'all believe what the Nigerian said? What Jussie said, because at that point to me it became either you believe the Nigerians or either you believe Jussie. A lot of y'all wanted to believe the Nigerians for whatever reason. Like I wanted to believe Jussie for whatever reason. But for y'all, even if they were, let's say they were lying. Why would y'all believe the Nigerians? Them motherfuckers was part of the scam too. But y'all took their word as the gospel. Well, they were buying hats. So, I just had this conversation the other day at work with some people. I said, okay, so they were on tape buying the hats. What make y'all think them hats belong to me? Couldn't nobody say nothing. Okay, they were on camera buying some MAGA hats. How do you know that those hats were for Jussie? No. How do you know? No. How do you know for a fact that they were buying those hats for Jussie? Why can't y'all believe that these Nigerians possibly told a fucking lie? They possibly didn't like Jussie. They possibly could have set Jussie up. Why can't y'all believe that? No. Y'all don't want to believe that because Jussie said it was 2 white people wearing MAGA hats. What white people watch Empire? What white people know about Jussie? Okay, now that's what we're not going to start doing. We're not going to start acting like the only people that watch Empire is niggas. Y'all remember the first season of Empire where the ratings continuously went up week after week after week after week? Y'all think only niggas was watching Empire? Y'all don't think a few white people tuned in? So y'all think that there's no way possible that people who vote Republican watch shows like Empire? Is that what y'all are saying? Because that's what it sounds like to me. What MAGA hat wearing? So because they voted Republican, there's no way that they could be watching a show like Empire. So people who vote Republican only watch what? Friends? Seinfeld? Like, I swear I was trying to understand where y'all were coming from, but I felt like a lot of y'all points were based on what you would do. Who goes out at 2 o'clock in the morning? Bitch, a lot of people. I go out at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm out at 2 o'clock in the morning. Bitch, on the gay scene, bitch, we don't get to the club until 1:30, 1:45 sometimes. Get to the club, not leave the club, get to the club. Who goes out at 2 o'clock in the morning to get something to eat? Bitch, I do. Who walks around with, like somebody asked me in the comment section, Rodney, would you leave a noose around your neck? No. But that doesn't mean that the next motherfucker wouldn't. Again, I felt like a lot of people were basing their I forgot the word I was looking for. Basing their opinion on not necessarily facts, because we didn't really have facts, but just on what you thought was appropriate. It's not believable that somebody will go at 2 o'clock in the morning. Why? Bitch, let me tell you something. When I went to Atlanta, I live in Houston. It's hot as fuck in Houston. Everybody know that. I'm not used to cold weather. So I went to Atlanta for Pride, MLK. Freezing cold to me. It was like 20 degrees. Freezing cold to me. I'm hungry as fuck. I walked to a convenience store called Quick Trip, something like that, right up the street from Bulldog's Bar. I was probably like a 15-minute walk away. Now I'm walking freezing cold to get something to eat. I was telling one of the girls that I work with, she's from Atlanta. She knew what I was talking about. Now I know it's not the same as Jussie walking in below 20, however you say it, below 20 degree weather, but the simple fact that I was in Atlanta, a place that I've been to a few times, but it was still freezing cold. I was hungry than a motherfucker. I literally went to Quick Trip, got a sandwich, a bag of chips, some candy, and some coffee, and walked my ass back to my hotel room. The Chicago PD. Y'all believe them hoes. And it's so funny. Like I said, it's so, like this girl Erica said, y'all hoes won't even let y'all bitches go through y'all phone, but all of a sudden we supposed to get a cop's iPhone. I be so confused with black people. Just the other day, didn't nobody trust the cops. Just the other day, everybody was like, don't believe the cops. Now all of a sudden, because the Chicago PD say something, it's oh my God. These are the same motherfuckers who've been letting R. Kelly run his motherfucking ass around Chicago, raping little girls, stealing little girls' vagina, and all of a sudden these hoes gonna close the case on Jussie Smollett, girl, bye. And I know it might be 2 different departments, but at the end of the goddamn day, it's still the Chicago PD. Y'all see I'm trying to drink more water. I'm trying, bitch. know. After all of that, I don't know. I mean, at this point, honestly, it really doesn't matter because the people who didn't believe Jussie before still not gonna believe Jussie. The people who believed Jussie before still gonna kind of believe. I don't know what to think because I say this much. I'm leaning more towards I believe Jussie versus not believing Jussie. But I also know that there are some holes in the story. Like when he said it was two white guys. Jussie, I'm not gonna lie, girl. There's no way you can get two fine-ass, dark-skinned Nigerian niggas confused with some white people. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Well, nobody ever confused me as being white. And I know them niggas is darker than me. So I know you couldn't confuse them as being white either. Even if they had their whole goddamn face covered up and all you saw was a strip, you still know them was some goddamn niggas. So it was some holes in the story, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't think it was enough holes for me to feel like he was lying. Maybe he was drunk. Maybe he just couldn't recall if the niggas was black or white. I don't know. But it was some holes, I will say. So what does this mean? Do y'all forgive Jussie? Y'all don't forgive Jussie. Because y'all still think he did it. People still gonna think he did it. People still gonna think he did it. And it's so funny because this is how it works. We already, like, for me, and I think this is for everybody. If they would have said Jussie was guilty, blah blah blah, everybody would have been like, yay, blah, you know, I knew that motherfucker was lying. I still would have been like, I don't think he lying. And then I think that now because people are saying the charges were dropped, people are still gonna say, like, I feel like people go back and forth when it comes to the system. Like, if you're not guilty, you're happy. If you're guilty, you're happy. But if you're not guilty, then people may say, oh, there's flaws in the justice system. And if you're guilty, people will still say there's flaws in the justice system. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it really does. I don't think it matters, basically. I think that even though the charges are dropped, I don't think that he could just walk out and go to a red carpet event and think that people are not going to look at him crazy. People are still going to look at you crazy, girl. I mean, you are no longer inmate 572-620-39062. You know, you ain't going to no longer be Jennifer, Bubba's, you know, wife, ironing his drawers and shit, making his grilled cheese sandwiches and ramen noodles. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm sure we're going to be talking about this again for a few more days. Again, you know, at the end of the day, I hate to say this, a guilty verdict or not guilty verdict sometimes don't mean shit. That's what I think I'm trying to say. Because it's motherfuckers out here that are guilty as sin and still ripping and running the goddamn streets. And it's people that are not guilty who unfortunately are locked up. But even with that being said, with people thinking that Jussie is, people already had made their mind up with Jussie from the get-go. So at this point, the charges being dropped really don't mean shit to a lot of people. They're still going to think that Jussie was lying. They're still going to think that Jussie set it up. They're going to think that Jussie got off. And that's a possibility. But the truth of the matter is the charges are dropped. And then, I don't know why, y'all remember when TMZ reported the other day? TMZ reported that the Nigerians actually confessed that they lied to the cops about the check, that the checks were actually written to them from Jussie because they wanted him to train. He wanted them to train him for a movie. So they lied to the cops, then turned around and said, they lied to the cops, then turned around and said that, oh yeah, what we told the cops was actually not the truth. It was a lie. So when we told the cops that he wrote this check for us, for this scam or whatever we were trying to do, we actually lied to them. He actually did write the check for us because he wanted us to train him. That's why it was just like, I just feel like a lot of y'all, like, I don't know why y'all want us to believe those Nigerians so bad. Like, Well, the Nigerian said, girl, what? The motherfuckers who was part of the scam? Let me just say something. Like I told somebody at work, if you drive the car and your friends rob the bank, bitch, I don't believe nothing nobody got to say, because bitch, you was part of the scam too. You was just a driver, hoe. You didn't go inside the bank, but bitch, I'm still side-eyeing everything you say while you trying to throw everybody else under the bus, bitch. Anyways, I'm about to go, y'all. I need to finish watching The Good Fight. The Good Fight was not, this episode was all over the place to me. But anyways, I'm about to watch, after I watch The Good Fight, I'm going to watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And then, no, I need to make my Hot Topics video for today. Bye, y'all. I got a lot of stuff to do before I go to work.